If you work in healthcare and you're not AI literate already, you're about to get outpaced by people who are. I'm Dr. Dave, I'm an ICU doctor building real-world AI solutions, and my goal is to make you AI literate in 30 days. Today's day 10, and this is the concept most clinicians misunderstand about AI. Training a model is not just writing instructions or writing logic. Training is more like neuroplasticity. You're shaping behavior by changing connection strengths of your neural network. A neural network is essentially a giant web of perceptrons, which we've already learned. Each connection has a number attached to it, which is its weight. If a weight is large, the input has strong influence on the output. If it's small, it barely matters. But how do we change these weights? The model makes a prediction. You compare it to the correct answer, which is typically human labeled, and you compute how wrong the model was. Then the model updates its weights to reduce that error next time. This approach is called backpropagation. It efficiently assigns blame for the error to the millions or billions of weights in the network, so each one gets nudged in the right direction. And when anyone tells you that's an open source model, you want to check whether the weights are available. So a clinical analogy of this would be, imagine a junior resident presenting a plan. You give them feedback about what they missed, what they overcalled, and what actually matters for the diagnosis. Over time, the resident's internal weighting changes. They start noticing the right patterns earlier. They stop overweighting the wrong cues, and that's exactly how a model is developed, except the feedback is done mathematically and happens millions of times. So this is why data is so crucial for AI. If your labels are flawed, like sepsis being defined by a billing code, or outcomes confounded by documentation habits of your system, the model will learn those patterns as if they're the truth. It will become exquisitely good at predicting your system's biases. And in healthcare, that can look like a high-performing model that fails in a real clinical sense. On paper, it looks amazing. And this is where 95% of medical AI is actually stuck today. And when people argue about AI safety, bias, reliability, a huge part of the answer is here. The model's behavior is literally the fossil record of its training data and feedback signals. If you shape it with messy incentives, it learns messy medicine. Follow along and save this. Tomorrow is the black box problem. And I'm going to show you exactly why a model can be accurate, but still be clinically unsafe.